You're pouring into people every single day. Nobody's really pouring back into you. That's why you feel irritated through the very slightest of interactions. That's why you're having difficulties doing the things that you truly want to do, things that you know could probably, really impact and help you as a person, but you're just not doing it. And your relationships are starting to suffer because you're not pouring into your own cup, right? And we have this tendency as givers to assume or hope that other people is also givers, right? So we start pouring into situations just off the goodness of our hearts, and we hope that these people will eventually pour back into us when it's time for us to be recharged. And then you realize a lot of people don't. Why? Because it's not their responsibility, right? To pour into us. Whose responsibility is it to pour into you, into your being as a human throughout your whole life? Who's the only person that's going to be responsible for that? It's you. So throughout your day, throughout your weeks, throughout your months, throughout your years, throughout your life, make time for you. Whether that's meditating, whether that's going outside, spending time with friends, whether that's, I don't know, self care or reading, however that looks like to you, make sure you're pouring back into you. And then you'll notice too, you vibe and you flow with the things around you a lot better, right? I notice with me, if I'm irritable, if I'm moody, if I'm just like out of my frame, it's because I haven't had enough time to myself. Either I'm going through something mentally, I haven't, organized my thoughts, I haven't something's going on with me and I haven't addressed it. And the reason why I haven't addressed it is because I haven't took enough time to focus on me. I'm too busy pouring into things outside of me. It's kind of crazy too, because when you say pour into yourself, that can look like, oh, I'm focusing on my business and all the other type of stuff. When in reality, y'all, focusing on yourself and pouring into you can sometimes look like resting. Sometimes it looks like not going after the bag. Sometimes it looks like not doing the thing that you quote unquote love because you need to go to sleep, my guy. Like doing the things that's truly for you, truly meant to uplift you, and truly meant to propel you into the next chapter sometimes comes with a burden for a giver, at least, because you have to become selfish. You have to start telling people no. You have to start being like, you can keep it. I'm going to go do what I want to do. Or, I'm not going to do that today. We can probably do it another day. And, let it rub people wrong. And I know, at least with me, for a very long time, I didn't like rubbing people wrong, even though I did it naturally because it is who I am. If I don't like something, I'm probably going to say it. If I, don't agree, if I like something, whatever the case may be, you're going to know eventually messing with me. And there was actually a point in my life where I didn't pour into myself at all, right? I mean, I was distracted by everything under the sun. It was women, it was money, it was weed, it was everything that could have possibly pulled my attention, but it was pulling it, right? And the only thing that gave me that sense of control back over myself and my mind was taking an isolation period, cutting everybody off. I don't even want to talk to you. I don't want to see you. I don't want to conversate, because my spirit is disrupted. I'm the type of dude, if my spirit is disrupted, I'm out of there. I'm gone. I'm exiting stage left. So once I took that period of my life where I just went straight introspective. I didn't really care about what anybody else thought, no matter how much I wanted to give and wanted to love. I had to accept that not everybody was in a place to accept that, and I probably wasn't in a place to give it, right? So let bygones be bygones, and I'm gonna focus on me. What ended up happening out of that is I stepped out of that isolation period, and then God started hitting me with tests, right? It wasn't just I stepped out of the isolation period and everything was fine and fine hand, was great. I stepped out of the isolation period, and then God started sending me tests obstacles, and other things to see if I really learned the lessons that I quote unquote said I was learning doing in that healing period, writing all these journals, meditating, really trying to go in and dig. God's gonna test you. He's gonna ask you, okay, well, you said you learned that, so let's see. We're about to send the exact person. We're about to send, a new version of this thing. We're about to have the same circumstance, whatever the case may be. Something's about to double back. And if you're watching this video, I want you to know something's about to double back in your life. And whatever that thing is that's about to double back in your life, I want you to tell it, fuck no. I want you to focus on what's meant for you, because whatever it is that's about to double back in your life, it's been something that you've been overly pouring into that you were supposed to been release, right? I don't know who that message was for. Take it or leave it. I started learning the lessons. I started removing things. I started doing the things that was true, really true to me. God started to let off the gas a little bit. I feel like sometimes when you go into certain periods of your life where he's on your neck, she is on your neck heavy, because it's time for you to learn, right? Like it isn't no, oh, you can go through this lesson for 5 more years until you finally wake up and learn it. No, sometimes God will make you go into the isolation period because it's like, you have to learn this lesson now. I'm ready to catapult you into this next chapter in your life. So I need you to sit down, because if I don't sit you down, you are going to delay this lesson and just keep repeating the mistake. And the amount of times that you are going to waste repeating that mistake, you were supposed to be over here doing something completely different, right? That's what that period of isolation teaches you, how to conserve your energy and realize when something's for you and when something's not for you. So then when those tests start hitting you, because it never truly stops, right? It's just over time we get better at acknowledging when something is a test, and we cut it off sooner than later. But in those earlier stages, you kind of have to test out the water for you to realize, oh no, oh, I'm not supposed to touch that. After a while, you don't have to test the waters no more. You just know not to touch it. I just broke my glasses mid conversation trying to clean them. Lens popped out. This is crazy. See, that's that energy. You see, when you start truly talking that ism, when you truly start, tapping into spirit, tapping into, that info, things around you is going to start trying to deter your attention, deter your focus. That's essentially what's happening right now. My glasses popped out of my face, the lens popped out to distract me from the conversation, but it's not. Learn how to pour into you. Nothing happens until you're taken care of. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not gonna sit here and stress about it too much. I don't think you will ever truly realize how much of a blessing your energy is, how potent your energy is, and how life changing your energy is, until you give your energy to yourself and let those miracles and wonders of your own energy impact your own life. Then you will see, oh, there's some heat back here. Maybe I should be a little bit more selective with the things that I pour into. And then immediately you start pouring into things that pour back into you, because that's also part of the learning journey. If you're useless, you're not going to be around me, right? Because if I can't grow, elevate, converse, if nothing around you is benefiting or pouring back into me, get away from me. And I think y'all need to adapt that headspace a little bit more too, because I think it will save y'all a lot of time. It'll save y'all a lot of mental health, and it'll propel you towards the things that you truly want. Your energy is powerful. This goes for the women and this goes for the men. Your energy, let alone, is powerful. The moment you put your energy back into you, you will see you change. But the more you put your energy into things outside of you, you will see those things benefit from your energy, and then you still end up on the back end because you didn't put it back into yourself. Pour into your cup so you can pour into other people's cup, and then we can all live in this joint happily ever after. I love you.